Drage gledalke, dragi gledalci, pozdravljeni v Paradi plesa. Pogovoru, katerega moto je Dan s plesom, je odličen dan. Naša ekipa vas tradicionalno vabi na Dunaj, na dunajski plesni festival sodobnega plesa ImpulsTanz, ki se vsako poletje odvija na Dunaju. Letošnji je bil že 41. po vrsti. Tírate, 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 pégate, 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 pégate. Solo sé quiero estar contigo. Solo sé que quiero ser tu wifi. Lani je ta največji festival sodobnega plesa na svetu praznoval 40 let, odkar se je iz majhnega enotedenskega plesnega workshopa razvil v enega najmočnejših plesnih festivalov na svetu. Moja malenkost festival obiskuje že skoraj 30 let in vsakič sem radovedna, kaj bo novega, starega prinesel festival. Festivalsko ekipo vodi Karel Regensburger, leto že 3. leto brez soustanovitelja festivala Ismaila Iva, ki je zaradi zapletov s covidom preminil. Običajno je že vse nared v začetku junija, ko se na tiskovni konferenci predstavi vse, kar se bo poleti dogajalo na Dunaju. Budžet festivala je zavidljivih 9 milijonov evrov, Karlove misli pa so bile že usmerjene tudi v prihodnje poletje.
Money is always an issue, but beside that we are studying more than 100 performances live. We are studying 400 videos, so there's always a lot to do to come to a program whereby we don't like to have a special theme, because then you are somehow bound to this theme and you can do something. You should do this 2-3 years away, but I just realized that, for instance, for 25 it will be 4 weeks in the Burgtheater, and the program is already finished for that. So we will present the new piece of Akram Khan. We have 2 weeks the Tanztheater Wuppertal and 1 week Sascha Waltz. So it keeps going and it becomes more or less by the time earlier and earlier, as we are also working since last year on the big Johann Strauss project of the city of Vienna, and there we will have productions together with Mathilde Bonnier, with Sidi Larbicer-Kaoui, with Ivo Dimchev, with Eva Maria Schaller. So when I think we are nearly finished with 25. No, it's a joke. Of course, all the young choreography series and all the workshops still have to be thought about it and done in the right way.
Priprava reportaže z tega mega festivala je tudi zame poseben izziv, saj v 25 minut stlačiti vse zanimive predstave, delavnice in predvsem sogovornike ni enostavno. Zato se vam bo nekaj umetnikov predstavilo še v naslednjih oddajah. Festival je trajal od 11. julija do 11. avgusta. Moja prisotnost je bila kot nekaj poleti do sedaj, zadnji teden dni. Ko preštudiram vse napovednike, predstav in delavnic, se odločim, kaj bi bilo zanimivo videti in se pri tem ne ponavljati. Današnji zbor bo stilsko pester, nekatere ustvarjalce poznate, nekatere boste videli prvič. Krasen budžet seveda dopušča, da se na festivalu vsako leto zgrne množica tako uveljavljenih umetnikov kot tistih, ki si šele utirajo pot med prepoznavne plesne umetnike sveta. Letos smo bili vsi še posebej navdušeni nad tako imenovanimi public moves, ples za vse starosti, vse spole in vsa telesa. Brezplačne delavnice, ki so imele predvsem namen nagovoriti mimoidoče gibanju, so doživele odličen sprejem tako pri pedagogih kot pri obiskovalcih. Remind me, when do you start to do public moves? It was like 5-6 years ago.
It was in 2017, actually this collaboration with the Museumsquartier, which was called Summer of Movement back then. So that's when it started. That's when we sort of smelled blood for the first time. Yeah, and we just loved the format. This short, for free, you know, a lot of people coming together and trying something completely new.
And how was the reaction of the pedagogs, of the teachers?
They are just amazing. It's I always try to have someone to do it for the first time, because I like this excitement. Everyone is super nervous before because you never know what's going to happen, who's going to attend. Will you have children there? Will you have, I don't know, elder people there? So you don't know who's coming. So, and you don't know, I mean, of course, the level usually is quite clear. It's rather low. And the more basic you keep it, the easier it is for everyone, and the more joy it will generate after that. However, it's, the teaching artists are just, yeah, they are so, what they really love, and a lot of them tell me after classes, I really respect those people that are coming and are so courageous to do the completely new things.
And this summer was also the weather on your side.
Yeah, totally. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, because maybe climate change.
Med 375 plesnimi klasi in 170 pedagogi je bila tudi Janhavid Hamankar, mojstrica indijskega klasičnega plesa in seveda Bollywooda. Zanimanje za njeno učno uro je bilo na trgu Richarda Wagnerja izjemno. Plesali so tudi moški.
I always think about how to break it down into the basic parts so that it would be easy for people who don't know the song, don't know the rhythm, don't understand the language, and to try and make it as easy but also enjoyable, because it's not really a teaching class, and ImpulsTanz is always so much fun and lively, so to really keep that vibe alive as well. So. And now I've been teaching, I think, for 4 years continuously. I think that it's amazing the way they organize the festival. As an artist, I feel like it is they really value you, especially public moves, which is free for the public. It means that the audience is guaranteed. One anxiety for the artist is already taken care of, and the other is that you're already also, in spite of it being free for the public, they take care of you, they pay you well, and they really value you. There's very clear communication, and like you're seeing the dance mats, the areas, the technology, everything is so perfect. There's never any confusion or lack that I feel, and I think it's really an honor to be able to teach like this as an artist, to focus only on the creative aspect and the interaction rather than all the logistics and being anxious about everything else beforehand and backstage. So thank you, ImpulsTanz.
Rumena podlaga pred muzejem Kvartirjem je bila prizorišče voguinga, plesnega stila, ki ga imamo vsi tako zelo radi. Še posebej, če je tvoj učitelj mojster Playroom Ninja, ki zelo nazorno razloži ta današnji globalni fenomen.
Because it's a liberation dance, and we are all experiencing struggles and oppressions and places where people tell us that we cannot be who we ought to be or who we want to be. And voguing inherently, because it is a dance that comes from oppression, that comes from black and brown femme queens that use this dance to free themselves of all of this, that's the intense gift in this dance. Once you do it, yes, it's hard, yes, it costs you, but the liberation that comes with it is unlike anything else. And once you feel that, you don't want to go back, you want more of it. And that's why I've been doing this for forever.
But anyway, we must learn the steps, the movement, and it's also dance for the brain.
Absolutely. We have to respect where it comes from. We have to understand the history. We have to understand how demanding it is on our dance. So it is also something you do little by little, and you explore yourself in it. You build up and you get to know yourself better.
But what was your reason to do voguing?
What was my reason? I finally got to be who I was, because I was dancing before and I was always told that for a man, I need to dance differently, I need to hit harder, I need to behave differently. And voguing was the first time, or specifically Archie's class, my father's class, I felt like somebody was encouraging me to be the person that I was. And I didn't have to hide it, I was supposed to bring it out more. And that is, I mean, priceless, really.
But you're wearing like sneakers.
That's right.
Mean to be like in high heels?
It means to make your fashion statement. And if you look at me, I designed this. even though it's sweaty, but it is my own brand and it comes with its own socks because that is my fashion statement. Why buy fast fashion when you can get it consciously from your own community? Eat, slay, love. The runway diva is right here. Boom.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Posebni plesni divi sta tudi sestri Alain, Šade in Kristina, ki se zelo hitro prilagodita različnim plesnim strukturam. Njun afrofusion te kar potegne v plesni vrtinec.
You have the accidental movers that people pass by and they feel like, well, let me try this. You have people that sign up because they want to train, you know, so you do have professional dancers inside, and you have different ages and different abilities. So how do we prepare is that we expect everyone. We expect generations, we expect different abilities, and we want to make it inclusive, we want to make it fun and challenging.
This is a beautiful engagement with the community and also visiting individuals and families, and we love teaching people, and I think our morals and passion for giving aligns with public moves so perfectly. Like, we love that we capture people just about to go on their evening dinner, they've just left for dinner or they're just going for a stroll. We've been passing this stage every day, we can hear the music and it is inviting for you to come, and I think it's a beautiful environment that people feel welcome as well.
ImpulsTanz is definitely a summer home. I feel like they've supported us a lot in terms of growth by having these huge workshops with loads of people, with international movers. It's allowed us to develop and it's also allowed us to network and spread. So I feel like ImpulsTanz has definitely been a growing point for us and a changing point for our company. We always reserve 2 weeks, whether it's the first 2 weeks of the festival or the second 2 weeks, but we always have it in our diaries, assuming that we're coming back.
I think as the years go by, next year will be our 10th year, we can't ignore the feeling of being lucky and being honoured to be here. We are definitely holding Ishmael's legacy in our hearts, and I think that kind of echoes in our passion to keep delivering. We're very blessed to be here and thankful, and we just want to continue that hopefully for 10 more years, and hopefully after that 20 more years we want to make him proud.
Omemba preminulega Ismaila Iva je v kontekstu festivala seveda nujna. Tudi mene je pred desetletji povabil, da naredim reportažo prav on. On je tista karizmatična oseba, zaradi katerih je večina sodelujočih umetnikov postala prepoznavna na svetu. Večina mu je hvaležna za vse priložnosti, ki jih je dal ustvarjalcem, ki so iskali svoje stopinje na polju sodobnega plesa. In od eksterierja je čas, da se premaknemo v dvorane Arzenala, ki so letos po enoletni prenovi ponovno gostile plesa željne študente in pedagoge. Na programu je bilo 268 plesnih delavnic z 203 pedagogi. Letos se je kurator delavnic Rio Rucinger pohvalil, da je postavljen rekord med novimi pedagogi, teh je bilo 36 in seveda tudi število udeležencev je bilo rekordno.
We've never had that many participants. There were more than 3,700, which is really high above everything that we had even before the pandemic. So that's exciting that in a way this initiative with the public moves and thus making dance a little bit more in the public knowledge, that people understand that that's an option for them in terms of whatever hobby or spare time or workout, whatever you call it.
Pogled na plesne energije, ki se mešajo v Arzenalu, je od nekdaj navdušujoč. Naj gre za balet ali improvizacijo, hip-hop ali voguing, jazz ali jogo. Vsak najde zase pravi prostor in tempo, ki godi njegovemu telesu. Recimo energični Juan Johinjoza z latino klasom.
The good thing about the Latin jazz classes is like as soon as you put the music on, the people is already smiling and already willing to dance, and I try to do a dynamic classes where the people cannot even think, you know, to make the people dance. I think is a good way to make them understand the movements, and yeah. But I have pauses too. I let them drink water. Yeah, but it used to be like intense class. What I try always is to watch the eyes of the students, because the eyes is the mirror of the soul. You know what I mean? So and if I see that they are worried, they are tired, so you have to be all time be communicated with them, with connection with them, you know, and try to figure out what's going on in their minds and try to give them what they want. Actually, the other day I was talking with them concerning this, because it's really difficult for a teacher to give a workshop, because you don't know the people, you don't know how many people is going to come, you don't know what the expectations of the people are, you don't know the level of the dance that they have. Come people from so many places around the world, so the culture is different, so it's difficult, you know. So for me, I think that the secret is to be really connected with the students, and if I can go a little bit early to talk a little bit with them after the class, to be aware how they feel, what they tell you. So if you see them here around, talking a little bit with them. But yeah, but the atmosphere that we create with the Latin jazz class is actually like I mean, you saw, it's amazing. I discovered ImpulsTanz by social media, and it was always like a dream to be here, you know what I mean? So, and one year, actually, I started to teach in Spain. Then in Spain, I started to get invitations from all other festivals in Europe. And for me, it was always in my mind the ImpulsTanz. So I wanted to visit. I came 1 year here to visit the ImpulsTanz 3 days. And when I saw the atmosphere that I saw here, I saw the teachers, I saw all the students from all around the world. So I say, I want to work here. It's a dream, you know. And then I find the director, and one of the directors, Fio, and I went to her and I say, look, Fio, this is my dream. I want to teach here. You don't have here in the festival Latin jazz, so give me the chance to teach here. And suddenly, okay, she told me, okay, I don't know, we were gonna have a slot, whatever. And next year they called me and they told me, look, Juanjo, we found a slot because the teacher is failing, so maybe you can come here and try what Latin jazz bring us, and yeah, I came last year, and my surprise is that this year I got full pack classes, a lot of people asking, and yeah, a lot of people start to be interested in this style, and yes, so I'm so happy. It's like a dream came true to me, you know.
Pedagoga Storam in Jermaine Brown pa sta stara mačka festivala. Storam s svojimi urbanimi plesnimi stili prihaja na festival že 24 let. Je tudi reden gost slovenskega dogodka, ki ga junija v Ljubljani organizira samo Polutak Kost, World Kids Breaking, in avtor knjige Think Breaking. Jermaine, plesalec, maneken, koreograf, kreator ali pa član žirije talentov, bos ali pa v visokih petah, pa na Dunaj prihaja že 25 let.
First, I forgot that I was wearing heels. I was like, you know, but yeah, it became very popular. My style, I usually do it with sneakers, because you can do it with sneakers, or you can do it bare feet, or socks. So in the beginning, it's nice for people who want to put on like socks so they don't have to wear heels, so they can get shifting of the weight and all of that, and then we test out with heels to see exactly where they are.
But it's difficult to dance in heels, yeah, especially for men.
For me, it's not that enough. For me, it's not. It's like I can be funky, like I can do like, you know, more street stuff with it, and I can be sexy in it. So yeah, it's not as difficult. I think it's one of those things you have to trust. Actually, the first time I put on heels, I was dancing with like the Madonna of France. and it was kind of like a chunky heel. And then I just did 4 years ago, I had to go to China, one performance. And this one that you saw today is the thinnest one that I've ever started using, and I started wearing that about 3 months ago. So it's 3 months, and then now, yeah, so I don't know. I'm trying to like find the right words. I think it's just something that I became good at. Yeah, I think also because like working with models and sometimes, you know, training, you know, people how to walk, it became something that is, okay, you put it on now. It's just also maybe because I'm a trained dancer also, so I know my center, I know how to maneuver my weight around. I think the hardest part is understanding how to shift the weight and how to make the lines look clean and sexy. This festival allows me to share a lot of different elements of my movement vocabulary, I should say, going from street to femme funk, to work collaborating with different artists to mix contemporary and street together. I have a class that's called Dance for Camera, which I teach dancers how the difference between dancing for camera as it relates to stage, how to work with the angles, the importance of performance face, because in the contemporary world, you don't really use the face that much. It's very internal, but it's the opposite for a camera. Camera, we need to read you, so you do either show within your body that emotion or on your face. So that's what the class is about. But the festival is an amazing festival. It's been around forever, and it's great to see all these different styles here. So yeah, it is a great community. It's a great community.
Well, dance is my life. You know, I chose to become a dancer when I was 14. You know, despite of all the hate from my teachers and from the
Parents?
No, well, my parents, not that they didn't like it or anything, but of course I think they would have wished that I would have chosen some other profession at some point, you know, like where, you know, if you never know whether you're going to make money or not. And in the early days, you know, like, come on, you tell anybody that you want to become a dancer, and you have to realize you're not going to become a millionaire, if you know what I mean. Yeah, but this is, I think, still, until this day, I think it's one of the most beautiful jobs that you can have, as long as you don't have an injury. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you're well in shape, if you take care of yourself, and if you're careful enough to know what to do, and you know your capabilities, I think it's fine. Now I'm here. I think that I must have been very lucky in my life as well. I'm 55 years old now. I'm still dancing, I'm still going on stage, I'm still teaching my workshops. And yeah, and there's not many people at my age that are still going wild as I do, but I really take care of myself. I never drank, I never did drugs, I never smoked, so I'm sure that that's a big part of it.
Tudi letos, enako kot lani, v zadnjem tednu dni nisem srečala slovenskih plesalcev. Od pedagogov pa je bila ponovno povabljena Urša Urbančič, ki je poučevala ples za gibalno ovirane, no borders, a se nama tudi tokrat ni uspelo srečati. Sem pa seveda srečala mnoge plesoljubce, ki so enako kot jaz hiteli na predstave. Organizatorji so se tudi pri predstavah pohvalili z izjemnimi številkami. 150 predstav, od tega 38 avstrijskih premier, je bilo kar 98% razprodanih. Dunajčani pa so ploskali svojim zvezdam od Vima van de Kejbosa do Akrama Kana, pa do neodkritih umetnikov, ki jih vsako leto izbere kurator v serijo 8 Tension. Letošnja sta bila kar 2, in sicer Chris Haring in Breana Omara. O njih pa v naši reportaži prihodnjič. To je bila dunajska parada plesa. Plešite ponovno z nami čez 14 dni, ker veste, da je dan s plesom odličen dan. Lep plesni živjo!